And then he throws like these macros where he's checking my record and that I needed to give him my passport like right after tasing me. And he says I have a warrant. And then after that, bro, he puts me in cuffs once before I even got up. And then he puts those macros afterwards, bro. So then I do a pick lock to escape, right? And then he ignores the shit out of that fucking macro, not respecting the RP, and then just puts me in the car and then just puts pat down afterwards once I'm inside the vehicle. And I told him, yo, you gotta let me go. I just escaped from your handcuffs. And he just starts off going, oh, you have a warrant. That's the reason why I arrested you. I asked you for your passport. You denied it. And I told him, you can't ask me for my passport if you haven't even talked to me yet. And you did all of that afterwards, bro. What the fuck? You know? Long story short, bro, I'm right here. So I already sent you the photo on Discord where it shows where he put the macros after I fucking did everything I told him.
Okay, hold on. I got my supervisor coming too. Because right now I'm just above him, but my supervisor's above me, so I got to see what my supervisor wants to say at the same time. And I done requested his body cam too.
You know what's crazy, bro? Is that there was a shit ton of shooting and shit, and he targets me. Like just because he saw me standing in green zone, he couldn't even walk out there to fucking arrest the ones that were shooting. So if your officer is just going around looking at people's warrants before even asking for their passports, I think there's an issue right there, fair. He can't be doing that.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me see where my supervisor is real fast. I'll be right back. I ain't gonna forget you.
How long is it gonna take?
He said he's en route to PD now.
What will you be doing in 18 minutes?
I don't know because I've been on the game. Actually, cool.
Body cam rolling, sir. Yeah, when I looked, you were the highest on. Then when I looked again, Chase jumped on, Mace jumped on, so I messaged him.
Oh my god, no, no, Mr. Straightjacket, no, you look like Brian. The fuck?
Well, you get me one character to not look like somebody, and
No, I'm joking.
hey, I make the skin look good. Okay?
Yeah, it kind of looks sexy to be fair, so I'll let you off.
Yeah, this is it. All right, we're good. We're good. The sunglasses is really good too. As I'm auto running, Mr. Ben, can you describe to me what happened earlier with a higher rank medical faction member?
Yeah, there was a gentleman in the street. I was trying to get him to take his car and move along. He continued to talk to me, and I kept trying to get him out of the in front of the police station. The doctor was flying down the road and drove through me. I then divert my attention to her, and I had placed her under arrest because it got a bit more chaotic. The gentleman then pulled his pistol out. I told him to put that away. Instead, I just took doctor and I went into the lobby of the police station. I told her what I could cite her for. I said out of a professional courtesy, I'm not going to go any further than this. Just please don't, slow down and watch what you're doing. And I left it at that. She got annoyed because I didn't go after the dude that went apparently was shooting his gun at the lady or the cars. He claimed because you can only do one thing at a time, and that's pretty much it. I let go, and that was the end of that.
You have body cam of that situation, sir?
Yes, I do.
Would you be able to send that to me? from when you made contact with the individual, and I don't mean the medic, but the original situation, all the way to when you released the medic, please.
Yes, I can post it on YouTube, and then I'll send you a link that way. That's okay.
And I'm just going to make a point from here on out. If somebody's shooting, I don't care if a vehicle smacked into somebody or whatever. Yes, that's an offensive thing too. But if someone pulls a gun, especially a civilian within a green zone, and starts shooting medical staff, PD, or whoever, that would be the person to arrest, not somebody that, God forbid, accidentally did with a vehicle, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, I understand.
Because
Not to justify what the guy did, but he thought he was backing me up, which I didn't need. And that's, he was just, inserting himself in a situation he shouldn't have been, just so you've got a better idea of what was going on.
Well, when it comes down to it, you're in a vest. You're in a vest for a reason. You're supposed to be professional. You're supposed to be able to handle yourself accordingly. And when it comes to an unarmed medic, especially a high-rank medical personnel, that isn't armed or anything, a handgun shooting them, even though it wasn't you that did it, that's not really appropriate. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, I agree.
And that medical personnel that you detained, and yes, you let go, which was probably a good idea. That's one of the only medics. There's a handful of medical staff that are questionable on being neutral. That person is one of the most neutral people within that faction. I will not hold a grudge towards police, gangs, army, whatever. She does her job, and if somebody tells her not to pick up an officer, like some of them have been told, and they listen, she will basically tell them to go screw themselves and pick us up. So, and that the situation even worse, trying to mend relations between some of the medical staff and PD. We're not trying to make it worse.
I understand. I come from the medical end, and I saw what was going on at the hospital with people, and that's why I decided to join the police department. I do not want to cause any issues between our two organizations, and I will, I apologize.
No problem, man. I'm not trying to make this a huge issue.